Good morning, Zelda Speedruns. Time for another Mystery Season 2 seed for Majora's Mask Randomizer between ChaoticYosher and Synii. Joined in the commentary booth today by Captain MD13 and GTCall. It's all yours, guys.
Thank you so much, Saber, and welcome aboard, folks. Yeah, we're up not quite crack of dawn today, but a little bit on the earlier side for sure. Now, that all being said, GTCall, what are you hoping to see in today's race?
I think for settings, I heard eggs today. I heard eggs is hopefully going to happen, but I'm definitely hoping to see some interesting and really crappy item chains today.
Indeed. You know, I've gotten my required sniffa, so I'm pretty happy with that at this point. So I think next up, I would like to see some rupee shuffle. I haven't seen a whole lot of that yet.
Yeah, rupees would be fun.
All right. Looks like we are just. Well, I mean, the race is on a delay, so we will be kicking off in just a minute. Oh, Yosher's crapping needs to be tuned up a little on the restream, but we'll fix that in a minute. But that being said, some minor housekeeping. Looks like we start with absolutely nothing, but we do have a sword and shield. Because I see the mass count is 0.
Yeah, and we're not seeing any remains, so we'll see how that goes. I will say, though, Yosher and Synnie's names are two that I recognize just from, like, forever ago, and, like, other Zelda randos as well. So I'm expecting this to be, hopefully, a pretty good race.
Indeed, yeah. Both are familiar with the MMR... what am I trying to say here? Both have been frequent flyers in the MMR scene, so we do expect both of them to have a good time. Now, hopefully, if we do have a full price randomized today, we don't have anybody get befuddled by nighttime shop prices, because that was an issue last week, and I would prefer that not be repeated. Shall I elaborate?
You know?
Never mind. It's go time. We'll get to that later.
Start. I like a lot of the cursed options in chat, too.
Alright, now on top of the clock tower was bombs. We have a bow to start.
I didn't see a notebook as well.
Okay. Early project... hello, Deku Mask.
Kafei. I didn't see what was on the necklace, but that was... that Deku stood out pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, now.
Have we seen Cross Temple Key Shovel yet? I honestly don't know. I haven't, at least.
I have no idea what's on Kafei's neck.
Okay, that was a green rupee in that crate.
Alright, it doesn't look like stray fairies are randomized. Or at least not full stray fairies.
Ooh.
Chat's
doing a double time. I like it.
Chat's also saying we have an opponent start.
Oh, I didn't see that. Good eye. Okay.
Couldn't quite tell what was in the farmer's hideout, but yeah, Synii doing the observatory opener here. Got a quick double check of crates and barrels.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a blue rupee. Okay, so it seems like probably not crates. I mean, it very easily could be just 2. Don't know until it's proven vanilla or randomized.
Alright, looks like interior blues are not randomized. Or interior vases, rather, are not randomized.
The room key on observatory, okay.
Alright, so that's... not actually, that's in play already because we have a bow. So that's a Sphere 0 room key. The red rupees in the tree did not look randomized.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was a bit mesmerized by the Deku sitting on his face. Oh, I don't see what Yosher got. There's residence.
It was nothing major.
Okay.
we're going to get our first hint of the day, which reads to us that Icona Castle is Way of the Hero.
Okay. Oh, getting a town archery play early.
Yeah, I mean, you got the bow. Might as well make use of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I did notice also that Yosher's received a Razor Sword in the East Clocktown Ledge chest. So we got a free Razor Sword and a free bow. So offensively, we're in great shape here to start.
Love having a good combat start.
Same. You can make the seed as trash as you want, just give some good combat. Like, maybe a Great Fairy Sword in this chest. That would be really, really nice.
Or a Boom Mask. We take a Boom Mask.
Okay. Instant north access. Okay.
Yeah. We see some snowballs. Those are in logic, as far as I'm aware. Interesting.
Yep, they are.
Bomb to go north. Snowballs. It's MMR's new Rush Snowball.
Well, yeah, snow is literally ice. So yeah, Rush Ice. Ooh, Yosher missed 2 of those Octorocks, but I think you're still able to recover under these conditions.
Yeah, not having shot the blue ones early for the time save. It's definitely given them the freedom there. Very nice. And $50. Okay,
yeah, we have a
reservation. Greg.
Greg's pretty big. That means something else pretty significant is shuffled.
Yeah.
Because
are there spots in East? I thought we did from Yosher, because Yosher got the chest in East.
I am not sure. Could be, are there any soils with green rupees? Could be Keaton grass.
I don't know. Yeah, Keaton grass is something I was thinking about. I'm trying to think about what else might have it. Could be soils. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, there's definitely another settings hiding somewhere. We've established already Overworld Reds are not shuffled.
I think the song is Kingdom Hearts Wonderland.
It is. Hit spots do not... Yeah, hit spots are not enabled.
Could be the soil like you mentioned.
Alright, Synnii's gonna get his Razor Sword.
Call him the horse.
Unfortunately, not able to check, well, you could check cows, theoretically, but if it's vanilla, then you're just gonna spill milk all over the floor. Because we have Blast Mask, which means we can open up the cow grotto under the log. And we have a Pona start, so potentially low sphere cows here.
Oh, there's a wallet.
Alright, welcome to your traditional Season 4 opener.
Oh yeah, the nice S4 wallet start.
Another chest here.
Okay.
Green potion. Alright, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I think that means we got a shop shuffle lying around somewhere.
Yeah, that definitely means late, right? Yeah, Fox is saying late. Could that still be full as well?
It could be. But it's some form of shops, which I will take any day of the week.
Got a brown one if on Stumpy. Get another hint here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Scoop shuffled.
Scoops.
And what was it? Hot spring water. Okay. Not required this time, though.
Interesting. Yosher doesn't have the bomb, so they can't check the cow.
And the shop had... Oh, I saw 3 different items. It was a fairy, a green rupee, and a heart. Oh, yeah, that is full shops, all right.
What are we getting for prices here? Okay, that looks a little, like, shuffled and not randomized.
40 rupees for a hook shot. There's also fire and a mountain title deed. Slow down, game.
Okay. 30 rupees, not bad. Snowhead Temple, foolish. Okay. Yeah, there's the Keaton grass. Don't think prices are shuffled. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it didn't look like prices were shuffled to me. Because the 30s on the top left
Yeah.
look normal.
I thought the 40 was in the bottom right, but I just probably am misremembering. Well, I am misremembering something, but yeah.
Okay, so we have... That's full shop sanity, though, right?
Yeah, I believe that's full. Now we're seeing Greymon counting to 19, our container. It kind of looks like magic in the tree. I mean, we'll get confirmation here in a second, I think.
So far, I've got full shop sanity. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a magic-related thing. So yeah, Keaton Grass is randomized. So we definitely want to see something that'll make our lives easier here is Great Spin. Great Fairy Sword would also be really nice. Gilded Sword. We already have a sword, so yeah, Gilded would be okay. And indeed, you were correct. It is magic in the tree.
Did we see if Keaton Grass was just, there's two different ones, odd and all, right?
Yeah, I think each runner only checked one.
Okay.
One each.
Making a double time in the quad grotto? We are. Okay.
So far I've got full shop sanity, Keaton Grass, some form of Keaton Grass, and Scoops. Am I missing anything else?
That's what I thought too.
Gorn Race is dead.
Magic detect more. Good to know, Bucky. Thank you. Gorn Race dead. Yeah, we just saw that on Synii side.
Yosher skipping immediately to day 3. Maybe even might yeah, this might be a day 3 ranch. Could be a rush for Smithy 1. Fire's already in logic. That checks.
Incredible.
East Clock Town is Waff. Mountain Village is foolish. Never mind. No Smithy today. Twin Island's foolish. Pat to Snowhead, Wath. Okay, so hold on. Everywhere that's normally Wath in the north is foolish, but Pat to Snowhead, the area that's always foolish, is Wath. Somebody figure that one out for me.
Is that 3 foolishes all in the north? That's our third Wath. Yeah, we got to keep an eye out for a 4th one.
Yeah, it is. Snowhead Temple, Mountain Village, and Twin Islands are foolish. You're absolutely right. The only northern area that's not foolish is or hinted either way is Gorn Village.
It's incredible. Okay, yeah, that looks like all Keaton Grass, and that's it. Oh no.
Oh, great spin
Not
in
that
the
bad.
Keaton Grass.
You haven't actually gotten anything in ECT? I don't think so.
We've only gotten a Razor Sword. There's a bottle in that Keaton Grass with a Picto Box. That is one of the most stacked grasses I have seen in a while.
Picto.
Slow down.
God. Can Sword ever be Wath?
Ooh, and beans
I'm assuming
as well.
it can. I just don't know where it would be able to be.
Well, now, let's keep... Oh, wait, no, that was a milk bottle. Never mind.
Getting the tingle. Yeah.
Tingle having extended magic.
Nice.
So
Nice
already
magic.
level 2... Yeah, already level 2 magic.
Fox, sometimes my brain doesn't work. Even when I think it does.
Alright,
By
so
sometimes,
Synnii's...
I mean, more.
So Synnii's gonna get the very crazy news that basically you only have to do one thing in the north, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Alright, let's see what the business scrub has. Fairy. And yeah, that price looked normal too. So yeah, it looks like it's standard prices, but full shop sanity. We've seen quite a number of fair. Yeah. Oh yeah, so that may be, as chat was alluding to earlier, gossip, some form of gossips may be on.
Someone was saying regionals earlier. I kind of was thinking that.
Now, remind me again, is it healing an opponent that triggers the fairies?
I think so. Can't remember between opponents with storms, but I believe it's healing an opponent. Chat saying yes, okay.
Okay. So we could theoretically check those.
Right.
Interesting.
I'd pay 50 for a Greg. If it's a good Greg.
Only the highest quality of Gregs.
Exactly. Taken from the depths of Death Mountain.
So, our Watts here are super spread out here, because we got East Clocktown, Path to Snowhead, and Icona Castle. Now, talk about all over the place.
Yeah. I'm really interested about the Icona Castle Wath right now. I also love that we have Lens early. I don't know if it's going to do that much for Icona Castle Wath, but it could.
We already have fire arrows, too.
Yeah.
So, could be Castle Pillar.
We have butterflies as well. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta check for butterflies.
Okay.
Stonks.
We haven't peaked butterflies? Okay. My bad.
Yeah, we've definitely seen at least 4 fair. We're gonna get more Keaton grass here.
Boom's tier.
That is a milk scoop. Let's keep an eye out for... That's 2 milk scoops.
I'm looking at some Cow's Hat Letter to Mama.
And a 5th, like a 5th fairy. That's alarming. We might need to check cows.
Oh, did Yosher miss one? Oh no. Well, we are getting that day 3 range you were talking about earlier. Butter Archery's dead. Okay.
That is good news. Alright. Human fairy reward is arrows. And we're going to get another hint check, and this reveals to us that the cow beneath the well is a fairy. Cows are on, baby.
Just as we'd figured out that cows are probably sitting around.
Alright, so yeah, we're going to drink some milk, and then we're going to check the day 3 ranch soil. At least I assume that's what Yosher's trying to do.
Yeah, hot spring water hint did not required was definitely interesting.
Maybe another required sniffer?
Could be.
Sniffer for eggs? I'd love to see that.
It'd be awesome if your like claim to fame and mystery was calming seeds with required sniffer. Oh wow.
There you go. That's soils.
Lots of love on the soil.
Alright, so now we can chalk cows and soils onto the list.
Yep.
So I've got full shop sanity, cows, soils, all Keaton grass, and scoops. Oh boy. Buckle up, chat.
Ranch Sisters defense. Bomb bag not required.
I mean, we already have blast masks, so yeah, that checks. Where did we get that, by the way? Was that East Clocktown by chance?
Shoot.
Because only Synii has it.
I called it out and I don't remember. Oh no.
Room key.
Room
Okay,
key
thank you,
in?
chat.
Okay, yeah. So stockpot in.
Okay, so yeah. So we're still staying pretty well in logic so far, although Yosher has not gone back to the shop to go grab Hookshot yet. Oh, that's an interesting peek to see the grotto.
No,
I've never seen that peek before.
I feel like we'll end up getting our check on butterflies.
Potentially YOLO dog race here.
Okay. Cat repeat. Go for the YOLO. Go for the YOLO. Synii not checking soils yet.
Probably looking for a better excuse to dump the bottle contents.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I saw the green rupees, that immediately was a clue to me, like it's either soils or green rupees in dungeons.
Let's go. The YOLO. Going for 80.
All right, we're gonna see.
Going for the Terminal Field Cow. Let's go.
All right, we're also going to get butterflies at the same time here. So yeah, plenty of information to still be figured out here because we're 20 minutes in and already a lot's happening.
Okay.
Oh god, it's butterflies.
And the no way.
Did it actually work?
It looked like it. I don't believe it. Watch this slick Goron. Oh. Well, I say the YOLO winning it all is a win in my book.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, so there was nothing of value in the grotto except a ton of money. I mean, what was there, like 3 silver rupees in, or 2 silver rupees in there?
Been no shortage of cash today, and especially with vanilla prices, that isn't the worst thing to see. Yosher heading back out the Milk Road. I'm imagining gonna kind of tread back over the steps that Synii just took. I want to see frogs now. I feel like frogs would add something funny to this mess.
Why not? Yosher has a quiver, might as well use it.
I love Bobby Hat.
Synii checking some more butterflies, and it's a Garrow's mask.
Okay. So both runners gonna get their Garo now. That Icona access. Now we've got, what, ice just for logic to complete that puzzle to get up Canyon?
Now here's a question. I see sparkles in the grass. That doesn't mean the green rupees are shuffled, right?
I definitely don't know the answer to that question. I always thought the sparkles meant something, but secret shrine soil in play, that's mean, but true.
Alright, Milk Road Tingle, you're usually pretty loaded, but this time you're just a red rupee emporium.
Just a comfort setting, okay.
I see. And Yosher going straight for night 3. Alright, hopefully we'll see what was missed. Looks like arrows, or a heart container. Either way, Yosher not punished currently. But yeah, those 2 milk scoops, that was the clue already that cows were turned on, but... that now all the milk scoops is actually a good thing, because if mundane is enabled, that gives you the chance to check for the 5 and the 20.
Yep. Ooh, nice save scum for the Letter to Mama that was picked up.
Smart play.
Definitely something that Synii will get around to at some point, but probably not for a little while.
Yeah, because we could check both items because we have Kafei Mask from one of the Keaton Grass. So yeah, that checks. So yeah, pretty smart just to be thorough with your checks here, especially since so many settings. We've got like 6 major settings turned on already.
Yeah. And then we've got to figure out what's going on with gossips.
I think Yosher forgot which one was the milk bar.
There are so many places in East Clocktown.
And East Clocktown is Woth, so you know what? This is actually probably Ice Arrows if I had to hazard a guess.
Yeah, this is a live check, no matter what. Oh.
That works too.
Do you keep this?
Good question.
We're just debating it, yeah.
I think you do, because it's an East Clocktown way of the hero check. You really can't leave that.
Yeah. I would definitely go check.
Now, Yosher could theoretically just reload the owl, just check Rush All Night's Mask, reload the owl save, and start over, but it would take a couple of minutes.
Looks like, at least for the time being, he's trying to stretch this save out a little longer. Might even be willing to keep it. Which I think makes perfect sense.
Something else in staff room.
Okay, Swamp Deed.
Oh. We have Moon's Tear already too, so Land Deed and Letter to Kafei for Deku Mask for a possible scrub relocation.
That'd be awesome. And Synii heading down to Day 3 Ranch.
And now the trading post, is that open like forever?
I'm not sure what the Night 3 situation with trading post is. I sure hope it's open.
Because if it is, Yosher needs to go there to pick up Hookshot and Mountain Title Deed. If he didn't pick up Mountain Title Deed and Fire for that matter. I could have sworn Yosher saw it.
Or maybe he has. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, you might want to go withdraw those rupees you just put back in.
Checking the prices, getting the confirmation.
Yeah, these are like definitely vanilla. So yeah, only 100 rupees to buy out that whole shop, and you've been given a wallet. So
Fox, nothing's ever been on Honey and Darling. Surely that wouldn't burn anybody.
Looks like Big Bomb Bag is another fairy.
Yeah, that looks like more fairy. Surely. I'm glad Bucky and Allie are here, too. It's been less than 24 hours, I cannot say more.
Greg on Bombers.
And the Bombers can't count. So sad. Not even close, too. And he's still not checking soils? Interesting. I didn't notice that. I honestly kind of assumed they would, just heading out through Day 3 Ranch. Dang. Ugh. Well, at least for the time being, it's not seemingly causing a problem, but...
Is that another fairy on the postman's head?
Is that what that was? Oh no.
I think it's another...
Looked blue.
Oh, it's Ice Arrows!
Oh no. Oh no.
So, who's ready for a fetch quest postman's hat? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that tells us something though. That means postman's hat can't be the Woth and Iconic Castle. Ooh, this is a gilded chest in here.
Head?
Yeah.
Well, that was just Postman's Freedom, not the... Yeah,
Oh, wait, no, yeah. It's Postman's... Oh, yeah, that checks because we got that... Oh, so we have Icona access.
After seeing that All Knight's mask, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I do not envy the position Yosher is in right now.
Yeah. Oh, that is trash.
They're gonna... The amount that they've done, it looks like they've very much so had already decided to commit to it. Oh, that just sucks. That just sucks. Ew.
Well, we don't even know if the All Knight's mask is going to result in anything. That's the fun. That's the dumb part.
Yeah. Oh, keep quest item through time is enabled. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh, that makes that so much not... That's not that bad. It's gonna suck to get through the cycle for ice arrows, but it seems unlikely that ice would even matter next cycle. So that actually shouldn't burn Yosher too much, considering they kept the All Knight's mask. That's a lot better now. Just a matter of...
Synii, that hurts.
Let's go west. Yeah, we're seeing Great Bay push. Final hours, time waste. I like it.
There is literally no indicator to head in this direction either.
No, all the indicators are do extremely specific things in the north.
Right now, the game is saying go to Icona.
Yeah, it does. It's just completely open now. Oh my lord. Maybe not completely open. I mean, we still are lacking certain items. You know, we don't have light arrows for Shrine outside of the soil. Don't have Mirror Shield to do Eos. What else would we be missing for Keg Castle?
Mirror Shield. But other than that, yeah. Just Keg.
Mirror Lights, okay. Deku. Oh, that's right, Deku.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Litter to Kafei will show up someday.
There's the blue potion.
Yeah, these small gildeds are going to be really funny if Litter to Kafei is in one of them. Because we've got cows on, could just be milk.
Alright, we're gonna see what the fish is. It is the mushroom. Okay, so at least we could check that turn in.
What are the settings for this tournament? There's a nice little list of them.
Okay.
Somebody posted an infographic in the mystery channel in the Discord, and it has been like my lifeline for this tournament for knowing settings.
Alright,
Nobody's
and there
gone
is...
south yet. Yeah, incredibly.
Alright, and it looked like the seahorse was not shuffled.
Okay.
And Yosher's a little bit early for... Oh no, is perfectly on time for Curiosity Shop. Never mind. All Knight's mass purchase is just some bombs.
He wants to go out with a bang.
Quite literally. And the mushroom turn-in looks to be vanilla. So yeah, it looks like we could safely rule out mundane.
Okay. Good to know.
I think Yosher's just gonna hold off on buying everything in Trading Post until either next cycle or maybe another Silver Rupee falls on his lap. Makes sense. Bag 2 is in play.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently the post closes at 9 p.m. So yeah, so he's now effectively locked out. Can get it back next cycle, but is locked out for now.
It definitely seems like he's been planning out his next cycle really well, though, so it makes sense even if it was open.
Yeah,
Just
so
get bomb green. I think so. I can't remember.
No, because the big bomb bag was a fairy.
Oh,
Both runners did Bomb Granny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Yosher did do Bomb Granny. Yeah. I remember because that's when we pointed out that he hadn't gotten too much money from North. Nice.
So it looks, yeah. So Gilded Sword in the toilet. Where was that? When we needed that about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and that's Yosher went straight to night 1 in Laundry Pool.
And that's Sphere 0, effectively Sphere 1 rather, because we had paper in the trading post.
Yeah. Also, we have the North push with Synii. I like this, mostly because we were saying Rush Snowballs earlier. Sonic Sanity off. Oh yeah.
Yep. There's a Sonata on the Skull Kid's foot. Can't do anything with that except maybe check Kita, but
I saw something with yellow text on Synnii's hint screen, but I did not see what that was.
It was a Wath repeat.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Sonic Sanity's off. We can't get any more Waths anyways. I think we have 3 already.
Yeah, I think only Song Sanity enables additional Waths.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Castle, Path to Snowhead, and Beast. Ugh. Thank God this isn't standard. Those would be some poopy Waths.
Looks like regional gossips are also off. Okay. What does Hugo have? Wait, Synii, I couldn't see.
Sky's brother, no.
Alright, so we got a Sonata. That's actually is usable for Kita, but other than that, we can't really do a whole heck of a lot with it.
No, yeah, those Waths in this definitely feel pretty good. I'm more just really, like in the standard brain. I'm like, oh, that's like 3 checks.
They're really good. They're really good in the sense also that we've only satisfied one of them at best.
Right.
Like, we're fairly confident Ice is the East Clocktown Wath. Path to Snowhead and Mountain Village we haven't ironed out yet. Not Mountain Village, sorry, Iconic Castle. Mountain Village is foolish. But yeah, we haven't ironed out either of those.
That's a good point. We don't know anything about the Ice Arrow Wath yet, but I think it's definitely got a good chance of being Wath.
Now, we're also on day 1, and we had a free room key as well in Observatory, so that's our access to Grandma.
Yep. Did Yosher start this by checking all the stories? It doesn't look like he did.
He did not.
Well, in the morning.
He's going to go south first.
All Night Pass gives yet. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have to... I'd imagine the runners are kind of putting themselves in a position where they want to play around the ice arrows, but I think definitely being efficient with clearing east is not a bad idea.
Ooh, that's a big rupee.
Darling. Oh yeah, that'll help Yosher's money running a lot. That should make Bank 2 pretty easy for them within a little bit here. Very interesting. Are we going to see Swamp Archery here after... Something in the tree? I didn't see anything. I cannot tell what that is. Oh.
Incoming. The dodges?
That was an incredible juke. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Unfortunately, it was only for a green potion.
That was still pretty epic. I love that. Hair's butterflies in springtime? Oh.
Yeah, that checks.
I'm learning so much about this game through mystery, and that's one thing that I wish I didn't know.
Silver Rupee and Bio Baba Grotto. Regional or gossips are not on.
Yeah, Yosher trying to figure that information out now.
Oh, wait,
I'm
we
still
established that
wondering-
already.
Yeah, I think we had, but that maybe was just on Sinii's. When every other butterfly is every other time. That's so evil.
Yosher, I think you're too far.
Right, there we go. Tinkle.
Tingle, you gave us extended magic, and so far all you've given us afterwards are rupees.
He's trying.
We could potentially see what the fairy scoop is here from Yosher, and the water scoop. Except any one of them could also be Deku Princess.
Right. Yeah, with the one bottle, it's definitely scary. And speaking of the one bottle, I wonder when Synii will get around to soils, unless they already have and I just haven't noticed it. But I'm pretty
think
sure
so.
he's not seen. Yeah. I guess I don't really need to worry about that yet, but kind of hoping nothing's on soil to burn him later on.
Ooh, that coast butterfly is arguing with Synii a little bit. But yeah, with that gold rupee in tow, Yosher should be heading back to West Clocktown to grab the mountain title deed, and isn't grabbing mountain title deed and fire arrows?
Going in a big circle? It's a pretty awesome circle.
Oh, trying to check the postman. Sees the ice arrows and realizes, I
no.
done goofed.
I do not envy that position.
Synii also took a peek in Oceanside Spider House. Not sure what for, probably to check skulls, and I don't think they're turned on at this point.
Yeah, having left immediately, I would wager. Didn't see anything. Didn't see any. I mean, obviously we've got hit spots off. I'm pretty sure actually we confirmed that. I guess I'm not positive.
Yeah, we did. Synii and Yosher both double-checked the East Clocktown ones.
Yeah, missing ice arrows isn't that bad. It's just more like annoying to have to route in later. Or it could be annoying, but I guess it's not that bad.
It's more so the fact that you...
Anywhere being a possibility still.
It's more so the fact that All Knight's Mask is yielding potentially 2 major items. Or not All Knight's, Letter to Mama is potentially yielding 2+ major items. Also...
That
Okay.
would be something.
Alright, so yeah, Yosher's bought out everything from the shop. And I think we're going to... I thought we were going to see an All Knight's Mask check. Oh, we are.
I still think we are. Yeah, I think definitely, like, hindsight 2020, I feel like the All Knight's Mask play just for, like, the first night is better. Just because there could be something with, like, practical use at the moment, whereas Ice Arrows, it's like we can just put that off, we know it's in logic.
Alright. Here we go. First All Knight's Mask check. A blue... Oh,
Nope.
That is a 3rd blue potion, though. Is it the second? I could have sworn we've seen 2. Oh, well.
Bomb
Bomb
bag.
bag. Well, that
Okay.
explains why aliens isn't required.
That helps with that blast mask that he's been missing from reservation.
So, does that iron out, because we got Blast Mask earlier, does that rule in Ice is the way of the hero for East Clocktown? Because I can't imagine Bomb Bag being a way of the hero if you have Blast Mask already.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think there's anything that makes the Blast Mask anything but Sphere Zero. I mean, I guess there could just be something else, but yeah, it seems like at the moment that's the lead candidate. Pretty likely.
We also have our bottle for the for Kome, and because Yosher just got a blue potion, it's a free witch save. Assuming that there wasn't anything else in that bottle already.
Treasure chest minigame's still on the board, right? Because we checked Honey and Darling and Town Archery too.
Yes, we did check those, but we have not checked chess minigame, which we can't until we get going anyway.
That and the checks that Fox is listing could still kind of net something nice.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like one of those situations where it might not be a bad idea to full clear the wath. But who knows?
Only downside is...
prioritize.
Yeah, the only downside is we're still missing some stuff to clear the rest.
Right. Just kind of as things pop up, there's an argument to be made. But yeah, I don't know how that'll be on the runners' minds, or if it'll even be, worth it time-wise. Looking for something else, though. That is currently happening. Yosher Dantu in Reservation again. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but I love it. Oh, well, there's the Romani's mask.
Well, anyway, speak of the devil. Well, that lets us check 2 items in the milk bar.
Right.
Which I wouldn't take too long to check on those. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you're good. I'm hoping Soundcheck is something evil now, although that's very, very far away at this point.
I'm not banking on it, because I'm fairly certain one of our Watts for either Icona or Pat the Snowhead is a transformation mask at this point. One of them is actually most likely Letter to Kafei.
Oh yeah,
because we know that's locking Deku right now.
Yeah, especially with the Synodon Skull Kid. Feels like Deku could end up showing up. We've also got song items to worry about, because we've got Sonic Sanity off.
I think...
Frog Mask.
Oh. Oh, nope, Yosher is just leaving right away.
You pink too.
I thought Yosher had a blue potion from the All Night Smash tournament, but I guess not. Maybe the bottle was full, yeah.
The bottle must have been full, yeah, because he definitely got it.
Well, not that it matters, because there's a Chateau bottle behind the Odd Mushroom. But we know what that is. Well, yeah, Yosher knows what that is. So, it's behind Fish. Would really like it, but...
Yeah. Second
needs
bottle
to go get a...
Definitely go towards Scoops.
We're gonna see Swamp Archery now.
Did we not see this on Yosher's side? I'm just remembering now. Yeah, I guess we didn't. He just went straight for the tree and then went past. I don't remember seeing it. Yeah, we've got the hint, though, in the area next to it.
Yeah, with Don Garrow and...
Hero.
And with Don Garrow in tow, Yosher's just gonna quickly check this frog.
Yep. Please be on, please be on.
I'm going to guess by nothing happening that that's a no.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunate. Boo is right. Boo. I hate when I miss a couple of those scrubs on Swamp Archery and you end up just having to wait another 5 seconds for it to roll around.
Mm-hmm.
Synii has cleared it. Okay, never punished for skipping a minigame.
Yosher's using the picture to go to Deku Palace? Does that yield anything in logic? Yeah, I'm confused at this.
Do they have any way to get to Swamp Spider House? without just dying on the swim? I don't think so. It definitely seems like not logically, but... Because, I mean, what? You would need FD, Zora, Deku, something like that to go there logically. But no, not Swamp Spider House.
We also got
Deku Palace.
Yeah, fair enough.
Huh. Why the hell not, I guess.
Apparently there might be a soil.
Is it outside soils or anyone? Interesting. Yeah, it definitely seems like we feel bad to have to come back. Are they trying to waste time for anything? I can't really tell. Being a frog is not Deku. I don't even know if that's close. Is it pretty distinct?
No. No, it really isn't. Yeah, so this is one of the soils. We've seen beans already too, so we know they're in logic. They were on a Keaton grass. Okay, so yeah, Yosher did have bugs in a bottle already.
That's why the blue potion did not go in.
That checks.
Yep.
It's unfortunate, but it checks. I have no idea if Yosher caught a butterfly. Oh, did, and it yields a Chimera Mask. There you go. How much do you want to bet Yosher's about to scoop up a Deku Princess here?
It'd be really funny.
Surprisingly, no. Vanilla water. I was waiting for it, though.
Is this even a randomizer?
So we've seen water. We know what hot spring water is. We don't know what fairy turns into. We know what fish turns into. We don't know what small po turns into. So fairy, small po, Deku Princess, and Zora eggs. We don't know what those scoops turn into yet. And of the things we have left, we have small and big po. We also don't know what mushroom scoops into yet. So yeah, scoops are still kind of all over the place right now.
I'd like to see some more bottles or a sniffer.
No, Gossips is dead.
Yep.
Fox is bringing up a good point. With the blue potions we've seen as well, we've got potential stuff we could do in well if we could find a Gibdo mask somewhere.
Oh. I'm assuming there's other reasons as well why well left side might be kind of just intensified. That a potion?
I think no, it's not a green. I think it might actually be Giant's Wallet. Is that Giant's Wallet?
I'm gonna stop guessing because I definitely can't see it.
I don't even think Synii can see it either. Hold on.
There's something there that is probably worth checking when you get Zora.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
Yeah. I think the cape play was pretty good though in general. Very interesting that we're still not quite seeing the Grand Village push. I feel like that's one of the only places left where it feels really like something could be there.
Oh, Yosher doesn't have a lens yet for Shiro.
Yeah.
Where's lens? We saw that way earlier. It was someplace nice. Wasn't it on the,
Yeah, it was pretty early.
Was it on a cow?
I don't think so. But I do think it was Turn of Field or Clock Town.
It was someplace early.
Was it
want to
Cow
say
and
it was.
Termina?
I think it was actually the second Termina cow.
Okay.
Hello, Elegy.
Yeah,
So
it
we
was
need a captain's hat.
It was something Yosher skipped in field then, so Cow and Termina makes sense.
Apparently, it might have been. Oh, could have been the Dongos. Yeah, that's right. It was the Dongos.
Oh yeah, the Dongos. Good call.
We do see that Synii has checked Midnight Meeting, which was a heart piece.
Okay. Definitely a good check. To get out of the way.
Nothing of importance.
On Kita.
Yeah. Oh, chat brings up Fox brings up another great point. Day 1 Goron Village shop is very much in play.
Is there a different check on day 1?
Well, it's that you can't get into Goron Village without Goron Mask unless you go on day 1 specifically. So Synnie's gonna see Synnie's gonna see the chateau on the blue potion, but needs to scoop a fish to get the odd mushroom.
It's gonna suck to have to reroute Goron Shop if somebody eventually goes and does Goron Village without the actual inside of the village.
And I would like to point out that of the areas in the north that are hinted, Goron Village is the only one that is not.
Yeah. Only place that was left alone.
Getting at some Garo hints though from Yosher. I really like these. I just like more information in general at this point.
Yeah. Although the curse is gonna make this quite painful for a minute. Continue picking up the cow mask. Moo mask.
Yeah, Yosher could also just burn some daylight here. This is probably actually what he's doing, trying to burn daylight for ranch shop. Not ranch shop, bar shop.
Oh yeah.
Actually we really like
something?
that Smithy 2 is an empty bottle, which we would really like right now. But
Oh, yeah. Is that even worth picking up at some point if they run across it?
That's a hard sell.
Yeah.
Ice Arrow Chest is something that wasn't required, but let me see exactly what it was. Circus Leader Mask. Okay, yeah, Circus Leader Mask, whatever.
No crying today. What?
Oh, hello!
Alright, Goron Mask.
That has been in play for 30 minutes!
God, this is not the place where I thought Goron Mask was gonna show up.
Well, rip scrub relocation.
Oy.
So that tells me, since we have Goron and Fire, Lullaby's probably just straight up on Boss Blue Warp then. If Snowhead Temple is full foolish.
Makes sense to me.
That suggests to me that it's probably just straight up Lullaby on the on Boss Blue Warp.
I'm very curious to see now what Goron, Pitch is saying, what Goron Village is gonna happen.
Well, now Yosher is no longer. Here's the thing: Yosher is also now no longer punished for missing the Goron shop on day 1.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Never punished.
Indeed.
Goron and Icona.
That also gives us chest minigames, so another potential Way of the Hero East Clocktown check. And this Garrow hint reads to us: Seahorses is not required couples mask.
There's another East Clocktown check going down. Yeah, Ice Arrow's climbing the ladder of the definite waft. Yeah, Fox, that's a great idea. That would have been an amazing routing decision. Going east and then heading south through it.
Next hint reveals Darmani is dead. Well, already, but...
And I suppose water is wet yet again.
Alright, so it's not looking good for healing being required yet. Alright, so... There's no way to get up this block, right?
I don't think so, but I'm vibing to the music.
Yeah, I don't think, Yosher would need Zora Mask to do a gainer. Was that another bomb bag? Oh no, it was Giant's Wallet in the Icona Pillar, in the Termina Field Icona Pillar soil.
Cola, I agree. I don't necessarily know that there's too much information that we're missing.
Now, that Giant's Wallet is probably not going to do us any good at this point. Because, yeah, we've already checked all Knight's purchase.
Probably a bomb bag, unlikely. Yeah, that's definitely a bigger possibility.
Well, we have Shops... Does Shop Sanity enable the Royal Wallet, or does Price Shuffle enable the Royal Wallet? I've been getting those mixed up.
I think it's Price Shuffle or Rando enables the Royal Wallet.
That's what I thought.
Price where Vanilla is not on.
We're going to get our check of Shiro, courtesy of the red potion Synii conveniently picked up on Road to Icona Pillar.
No shuffle prices, no Royal Wallet. Confirmation from chat.
Okay, thank you, folks.
I hope
Yosher
does the Shrine Foil.
How did Yosher pull off that jump there?
I don't know. I didn't even know you could jump at that part. Happy 1 hour.
Happy 1 hour. We can't get into a dungeon.
Yep. Thank you, Saber, for restreaming this race. We've got Synii versus ChaoticYosher. We've got a mystery. I don't know what group this is.
This is Group Kafei.
Thank you. Yeah, this has been a great race so far. Both runners are in pretty interesting positions. And thank you to Alley Oops and Pitch for tracking. Thank you to Captain for joining me here in comms. And thank you to chat for coming out for this race.
Yeah, our settings today, for those not in the know, we've got a full shop sanity, prices are standard, scoops are shuffled, all Keaton grass is randomized, we have cows, soils, and butterflies. Well, at least now Yosher won't be out of bomb shoes.
Yep, and as Fox just put in chat, we need captains, we need Litter to Kafei, which is going to lead us to our Deku, we need Zora, and we need Lights. And Mirror feels like it's going to end up being needed for Song and Egos, this Castle Waft, but...
Could be, yeah.
Go ahead, walk down, yeah? Yeah. Kafei with the Deku face is one of those that I still hadn't seen. There's so many funny ones that he can wear. Alright, so now it's time to see what this Goron mask will open up for us. On Yosher's side, and it looks like Synnii's heading towards it, so... The gap probably won't be that big. But we'll see. Getting the Kamaro's mask, Rosa's sister's check, that is from Out of Logic Deku Palace. Which I still don't quite understand. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, or there could be, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like that good of a play. Who knows, though? Yosher knows what he's doing. I trust. Greg.
That is not worth that dance.
Does Goron Mask put that part of Deku Palace into logic? I have no idea, but at least prior to the Goron Mask, if it is logical, that was out of logic. Goron's Mask. Yeah, Deku Mask is on Kafei's face. Yeah, I'm surprised we're not really seeing more of a rush to Path to Snowhead from Yosher, but...
That's true, that is...
Okay,
it is. Yeah, no, I'm just pointing out, it's in play, it's Wath, and it's been in play for a while, apparently.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. And there's that bunny hood for ChaoticYosher.
Meanwhile, he's thinking, where was that when I needed it 30 minutes ago, before I picked up this Goron Mask?
Yeah, that has definitely been a speed advantage in Synnie's favor. Yosher definitely did not have Goron Mask.
He's also, I think, getting his room key for the first time, too.
Did Synii not get Goron Mask? Did Synii not check that? I thought he went up that way. Did he maybe just look at it and then just not had the rupees? Obviously, he's just picking up the rupees now.
Might have just not had rupees, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I definitely hope he looked at it. I know he was walking up that way with Garo hints. Synii did, but he's broke. Okay, that's good. We'll get that soon. And he's going into the Romani bar.
Alright, so that's going to be minus another 200 rupees for a letter to Kafei, please? Never mind.
Nothing. Alright, yeah, that ice arrow is not confirmed, but might as well be at this point.
Yeah, the only thing that it could be is Goron chess minigame, that's about it. But yeah, Ice Arrows is looking pretty good. I think that might mean we could rule out FD anywhere, unless FD is just behind Great Bay Temple or whatever.
Yeah. Still some part of me hoping it's on for Muervo's sake. Big man!
So yeah, I think the play here is, I think now you do north, you check Goron's shop, you check Path to Snowhead, and then you go from there. If you can get into a dungeon, like if this gives you Deku Mask for Woodfall Temple, I think you clear Woodfall Temple and get Boss Blue Orb as just likely Lullaby and just have that in your pocket for go mode.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess there's not really any reason to push Snow ahead other than go mode, because springtime... What? Can it have anything with Twin Islands?
Wait. Time out for a second. Powder Keg is in West Clocks. It's on bank! Powder Keg must be on a bank.
We've checked... Have we checked bank too? I know Yoshi's been saving us quite a bit of money.
We've checked bank 1 at least. And Giant's Wallets in Logic, it could be bank 3.
Yeah. I really thought Yosher had enough money to check bank 2, but maybe not. Oh.
Well, Yosher also had to burn rupees
Oh, that's
to
right.
get everything in the trading post.
Yeah,
So that was
maybe-
already minus 100. Then another minus 100 for the Goron mask.
Yeah. Well, it
There
seems like
is-
money's not going to be too big of an issue, because weren't there some big rupees on the Keaton Grass in North Clocktown or Milk Road? One of those two?
There was a couple of
Maybe Milk Road.
silvers. There was also a couple of silvers on the cow, on one of the Termina Field cows. One of the
Okay.
Termina Field cows and the butterfly had a silver. There was a huge rupee in the Path to Swamp Chest. Road to Swamp Chest.
Yosher picking up the lenses soon here.
Alright, Gorn
Oh,
Baby has...
Mm-hmm. Now we're seeing that Goron shop that Fox and probably multiple of us have been asking for forever, and it's just nothing. After all this time.
Team never buy a shield, apparently.
All right.
Oh, Bank 3 Keg would be pretty good right now.
It seems like it's gonna happen. Well, I mean, it's equally as likely as Bank 2. If anything, it's probably less likely, but who's counting? I want Bank 3. Okay.
Well, Bank 3 has been in Logic since we got our first bottle.
Right.
Because Giant's wallet was on a soil. And the other wallet was Sphere 0. So...
Yeah, I just thought I remembered somebody saying something about technically later spheres are less likely to be rolled, but if both wallets were in the same one, then I'm assuming it just means that Bank 3 and Bank 2 are equally likely.
Alright, so now Yosher is going to pick up ice arrows.
Definitely good that they're catching up on items, but it wasn't even really a big... Feels bad they really didn't lose anything from not having it.
Very true, and Yosher busted into Icona out of Logic anyway.
Right. If anything, it could be weighing on Synnie's mind that there's just a couple of extra... Well, one extra East Clocktown check that turns into 2 more from the All Knights mask. LTK Path to Snowhead. That seems possible and potentially what's just about to happen.
I'm fairly...
Or not.
Or it could just be in Len's Cave, fair enough. Too bad it's night 2, so time to play Song of Time.
Oh my lord, so... It's not a hinted Wath location, but it is a required location. So when you go north this seed...
Hold the phone. We could be seed solved here. Because we just have... Oh,
Synnie-
and Synnie just dropped 200 rupees on the floor as he Song of Timed.
Yeah. Does Synnie have that keg information, or is that Yosher that got that? I think it was Synnie that got that, right?
I think it was Synnie, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe has plans for rupee routing. I hope that rupee burn doesn't matter too much.
Alright, Yosher is going to get the Chateau bottle here. You gotta leave and come back, Yosher. Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
So I'm going back to what I was saying earlier about the seed potentially being solved here. We've only got 2 missing major items. Like, we know where Keg is. It's on a bank. That's been in Logic forever. Deku Mask we're about to get. We only need Zora and Lights. So if... because we haven't seen Healing or Storms yet. And...
Yeah, I was about to say, we've got songs that we could maybe have an interest in, and I'm worried Mirror could go kind of fly under the hint radar.
Okay, so yeah, Yosher's gonna get 400 rupees courtesy of the...
Okay, we need captains then.
Oh yeah, the Graveyard Hell LG. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, then maybe Boss Blue Warp is just straight up Storms, and that's why Snowhead Temple's foolish. So yeah, it's either Storms or Lullaby on Boss Blue Warp. I don't think it can be New Wave or Healing. I mean, it could be
Like
Healing.
at this point, we definitely need one more item that isn't in our WAF locations. But yeah, we know where a lot of things are now.
Yeah, and the seed is about to blow wide open here.
Right.
You know, we don't have a Zora Mask yet, but we could still finish up everything in Swamp for one thing. We can check a temple, finally.
I'm definitely very interested to see what Synii will do here.
I just realized those arrows pierced Kafei's heart.
Oh. Does that mean he's dead, or does that mean he's in love? I mean...
Be a heck of a Valentine's Day costume.
It's just a flesh wound.
Alright, so Yosher is making... I think this is Yosher's first dive in Village. So Yosher's gonna get all the information here and check this path to Snowhead Waff, I hope.
Yeah, Yosher's definitely starting to fall into a position I'm a little more nervous about, seeing where they'll push. But where they're going right now makes me feel like they're going to head on the right direction. Checking Hugo. I wouldn't even peek Hugo at this... Oh, I wouldn't peek
Well,
Hugo
it's...
at any point, because it's foolish.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. There's the Deku Mask. Let the games begin. Yeah, the seat's a lot more open now. Let's see what Synii will do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yosher did pick up Lens of Truth as well, so this path to Snowhead should be pretty easy.
Time to see what our Wath is.
It's not on the ledge, because apparently that was a piece of heart.
Oh, good, Allie. It kind of happened at a very random point. Okay. Light arrows.
All right, have fun full clearing literally the whole game looking for your captain's hat. Well, assuming we get Zora Mask next, but...
Yeah, I think the runners at this point definitely... I mean, maybe not definitely, but in my head it feels like they're going to want to hope for captains as their next Wath, because then Zora kind of only going to be in so many places.
That's true. That's true.
And now Bank 3. But as the viewers, I think it'd be way funnier if Captains was in a really crappy spot.
Yeah, and Synii right now is only at 200. He's nowhere near Bank 3.
Oh, yeah, that 200 being reset feels a lot worse knowing that.
Now, getting extra bottles and dumping a ton of Chateau could work. That's what Yosher, I think, is planning on doing later.
I wonder if Synii reset those rubies consciously. I can't think of many reasons why you would have been willing to do that if you know Keg is on a bank check.
Although ruby farming will now be super easy courtesy of light arrows.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's literally a million different options. There's the silvers and the cows, like you were mentioning. There's light arrows. There's free money in Milk Road that Fox was mentioning. Piece of heart. Synii catching that light arrow.
Meanwhile, the Goron's just like, really, brother? You're gonna let that cake explode in my face? You're lucky I can tank it. That reminds me, we have seen a swamp title deed at some point, right?
Yes, we have. I'm now forgetting where it was, but we have definitely seen a swamp title deed.
Yeah, because I'm
Somewhere in Vermintide, I
surprised.
think.
I'm surprised Yosher didn't turn that in.
Did Yoshi get information for ice arrows? I'm pretty positive I saw him in North Clocktown, like, staring right at it.
He has ice arrows queued up because he delivered the letter to Mama. He's just waiting on the postman to get into position.
Yeah, Yoshi doesn't have Deku. Although I imagine he'll be going Lens Cave here, and then we'll kind of be able to route that next cycle after getting, like, the ice arrows and Oath here. Deku is on Kafei's face.
Yeah, at least we're not in an oath hunt today.
Yeah, that's definitely... It's one of those, like, viewer memes where it's like, it sucks for the runners, but I don't love watching an oath hunt most of the time. I just feel bad. Although I guess oath hunt's a thing. Somewhere in my brain, I'm still used to a world without oath hunt. Oh, the Kingdom Hearts music again.
Alright, so yeah, now Synnii's getting some cash back here.
Yeah, and Yosher going for the... Oh!
Whoops!
Well...
Pulled the sword out too early.
F's in chat. Yosher said, nope. Oh.
I have extended magic and I will use it.
Maybe the most exhilarating walk over to Lens Cave I've ever seen.
Oh, it's not even extended magic. Yosher's just supercharged from all the chateau that the witch was giving out for 60 rupees.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, here we go with Synii heading to Deku Palace, getting the soil now. Postman's hat. I don't think there's any reason why that wouldn't be possible to be Captain's or Zora, depending on what's in Castle. Could Castles... Because Castle's Wath could still be for the song if the song leads to an item, right?
Yes.
Which
But
means
to
that
get...
mirror is required.
Yes, which means we need literally everything.
Yeah. Is that likely at this point? It feels like it's not.
I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, if the logic says it's possible, then it can happen. That's the thing I always say.
Yeah. Saber, if you rolled a mean healing seed like that... Oh, that would be pretty wonderful. Now we know Darmani's dead, but there is one healing check of the others that could be incredibly funny.
Oh yeah, actually, it's starting to look like if the things keep going the way they're going, we might not even need the keg.
New wave.
Oh, that's useless.
Elisora would be really funny. Yeah, so...
So now Yosher's gonna dump those chateaus.
Yeah, if Lullaby is on... Can it be on Boss Blue Lord?
Yeah, it could, because Snow White Temple's foolish.
Boss Blue Lord, then yeah, it is just a potential Captain's Hunt here happening.
Yeah.
But
Boss Blue Warp. Now, Boss Blue Warp could be basically anything at this point. Well...
Yeah, Iconic Castle
Yeah.
Walk was fantastic. So yeah, I mean, it being Watt for song would immediately lead us down the little healing rabbit hole. A very, very tiny rabbit hole.
And Keg is on Bank 2.
Keg's on Bank 2, okay. Yeah, that mirror shield location is just like sitting there taunting us at this point.
I think we will know what the seed really is starting to spell out once we get our hands on a chance to peek Iconic Castle. We have light arrows now, so there's nothing stopping us from getting in there.
Yeah, and I think now that Synnii's caught up in Deku Palace, I would imagine that's a location that they're going to be heading to soon. I also wouldn't be surprised about a Woodfall Temple clear, but me personally, I'd like to get the info on Castle Pillar. Are there any other checks with our settings that are on? I can't think of anything. Are there soils there?
I don't know if there are any soils, but besides that, I don't think there's anything else in Castle.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea personally to go check the pillar, see if it's what we need, and then if not, you know, the song swath. And then you can start your pretty awesome mirror shield hunt here.
It looks like Yosher's planning around that too.
Please, Pamela.
Can you imagine?
Bless us today. All song items ending up being required. Because it's Wath healing and Castle. Or Wath storms. What do we need shield for? We might need it for this Castle song. I did Pillar?
We're gonna see it now. It is... What is that? Is that a shield?
Was that mirror shield? Is Gibdo?
No,
okay,
I think it was Gibdo mask? Well, hey Fox, remember what you were saying about that well stuff earlier? Yeah, I was about to say, it looked a little too small to be mirror shield. But either way, Yosher's getting it.
I'm very blind when it comes to peeking, so I'm just glad chat is here. I hope it's Gibdo, that'd be pretty funny. Oh.
Yosher, you do actually have to turn in the letter to Kafei to get the Deku mask first. Oh dear. Yeah, this is gonna unfortunately result in a cycle reset.
Unfortunate. Okay, but he has the info.
The bomb of the... Is this the equivalent of bombing the validation chest? Oh wait, no.
So.
Yosher's is okay.
Oh,
Yosher is brute forcing it.
Going for a slow strat. Very nice. I don't know what strat you use here. Oh, wow.
Bomb boosting.
I
at least trying to.
Yes, to do this. Yeah, at this point, though, I think committing to this could potentially be really slow, and I think we might start seeing a lead for Synii here. Just because everything Synii has done while Yosher has gotten all the information has been progression, like getting Deku, and then going Deku Palace, which is maybe not progression, but probably, or well, it's New Wave, so it is progression, and then going Woodfall, just kind of gaining a lot of time.
That looks like it could have worked.
It does look like... This definitely does not feel like a strat made up on the fly. This shit is really hard.
I think what you have to do is you have to drop the bomb, and then before the next damage tick, switch to Goron Mass, and you have to do that, like, super fast. I see what Yosher's trying... Oops, sorry, I almost knocked the mic. I see what Yosher was trying to do there, but... yeah, just couldn't get it done. Not a lot of hearts to play with, either.
You get the HP log. Do any recoils go that far? Or would you just need Deku Mask at the end of it anyways? Maybe that was just a strat on the fly.
Maybe.
If it was, pretty incredible.
Alright, so Synii is dumping a ton of... Yeah, Synnii's dumping rupees and now has his keg. And it's only night 1, but it's too late to get the song.
You can damage boost on defense. Oh, interesting. There's so many tricks and glitch lists. It's so cool. Okay, Yosher, what are you planning to do?
Quickly double time by the looks of it.
I think given what Synii knows at this point, I think being thorough the way that they have been has been really a strong play. And honestly, just their routing, this looks like a pretty significant lead at this point for him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess at this point, for any Yosher fans, I think the best thing you would hope for is probably a very stupid location for a somewhat required mirror shield or a captain's hat that obviously is required. Something that Synii skips.
By the way, I swear, if Givdo Mask results in a mirror shield,
the item chains of things we didn't think we'd need today. Okay, Synii is going for Ranch, it looks like.
yeah, this will just solidify. This will just solidify if we need mirror or not.
Yeah.
Now, if it's Zoramask in the well, then have fun full clearing literally the whole game looking for your captain's hat. Except Stone Tower Temple, of course.
It does seem like that is what's kind of happening regardless of how Zora ends up in our pocket. If it ends up... It seems like it's going to end up being on that chain. From Castle, but... Yeah, at this point we don't know. We've got a song to check and a well to look at. Pitch, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. See a good Romani game here. It was always funny to me how, like, eye-opening it was to see runners do the Romani game check, like, standing still on Epona, just in that corner in that fence. Whereas as a kid, I was always like, I have to be moving full speed in order to hit all of these. Great range clear from Synii. Also more great music from Yosher.
Yeah,
now heading back to Skew Gibdo.
Not a bad Romani's game for a... Good grief.
I saw storms or healing.
The song wasn't even on screen in the frame of the text box.
Yeah, it just didn't look red enough for Lullaby.
Yeah, well, it was definitely... I think chat's saying it was Storms.
Yeah. Pamela. So yeah, now the funny option is having healing and Castle.
We're gonna see the day one ranch cows, which gives us a great fairy sword. Okay, so we're sword percent.
Shrine ends up having Zora our captains. Make that a lot nicer. Okay, there's FD.
So we're now full offense percent.
So yeah, just a little silly ice arrow for GBT Waff. Yeah, Fox, I think that's also pretty much the case.
Yeah, because that was only that.
Ice Icona, or Ice Icona, yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right, yeah, because Yosher did the Gamba so long ago. Is ECT Wath not just ice arrows for the GBT clear? So is that still just, like, open and Treasure Chest minigame is just gone? Yeah, okay, so maybe ice could still be required.
Could it be ice to get to this Gibdo?
I think because of FD Anywhere being logically applicable as equally as ice arrows,
Oh, okay.
that I think ice can't be the waft just for that use, but I'm not sure. Fox saying no.
So we gotta check Goron chess minigame.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's definitely the safe play. And then if you find out that ice arrows are waft, could just be something with the keys or GBT, but...
Is chess minigame available on night 3? I always forget. Also, Synii about to get the bad news that, wait a minute, that's a Way of the Hero Gibdo mask.
Ambiguous
Potentially.
material cited. Yeah, my standard brain is still routed in the way of, like, you see ice arrows waft, you're like, oh yeah, that just clears. But
yeah, same.
history's a different beast. And this is why we have Fox and everybody else here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know so much. It's incredible.
Oh, Yosher might be setting up for the well, too, with that blue potion. Why
I
not?
think
It's
so.
free.
They'll play.
I always forget. What are the items you need to check all 3 items in well? Or
Oh, God.
not the to get to Mirror Shield chest and check both other items? I know the blue potion is the obvious one. Bugs is apparently the other.
There's
I'm trying to remember if you
potion,
need...
bugs. Don't you need milk? Or do you not technically need milk?
Well, there's 5 dozen milk drops lying around, so...
What do we have on ECT? We might really need to check Treasure Chest minigame, because I believe that's the only check left. 5 beans.
And we've got plenty of those. Well, we know about plenty of those.
Nuts and milk around this way we have reverse well. Okay, yeah. So we don't necessarily need to go find milk. 2 bugs, blue potion, and spring water. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, we know the spring water was just the scoop in its normal spot in Palace.
Alright, it's not Mirror Shield chest.
Yeah, Yosher's had a really good routing setup for this last 20 minutes, so it's actually caught him up a good bit. I'm not necessarily caught him up, but put him in a good spot to keep going. This race is getting really interesting. Hopefully we've got some cool item placements.
Alright, so this is going to be well left coming up here.
Yep. Yeah, and I think we'd been eyeing left well for a while. And that's nothing.
So either it's right well, or that Gibdo mask is just bamboozling us.
I mean, if we don't find anything here, doesn't that confirm healing? Because Lullaby, can Lullaby be Wath at all? I mean, Springtime and the dungeon's foolish, but Springtime's foolish too, right? Because of the
Mountain Village and Mountain Village and Twin Islands are both foolish, so that's not going to do you any good.
Yeah. Okay. I am on the right path, and I'm really hoping it happens. Because then we might have Vanilla Zora or Pamela.
Synii is setting up an owl save here.
Pamela would be awesome. That would also mean that that time that Synii spent in Branch would not be wasted, which would be bad for Yosher, I think. Because that's time that he could definitely use back. But maybe we'll see. Oh yeah, also FD. I guess then, yeah, it probably is kind of negligible either way. Either you save the time with FD and lose the time to ranch, or you just do neither. But it ultimately depends on if Pamela has something or not, because if it does, then it doesn't really matter, you have to do it anyways. Ranch, I mean. To route well is something that I've always wanted to do. Wonder if at some point I'll bug somebody to teach me a bunch of well routing tricks, because I like know nothing about it. I just kind of watch and enjoy. Just bug me. Fox, I will take you up on that.
Oh jeez, the fairy fountain.
Oh, there's captains!
And
Zora.
Zora! It literally everything was just chilling in the well.
Boo. There's the boring option. I mean, it makes sense. There was a load of checks there. But yeah, Yosher just picking those two up. I'm surprised not warping out.
Yeah, that's seed solved. We're in go mode.
We are almost certainly in go mode. I believe there's a world we're not, but
no, we are, because we have New Wave was on the monkey, Elegy is in the graveyard. Well,
oh yeah,
yeah, the only reason we're not in go mode is if for whatever reason Lullaby is not on Boss Blue Warp, but with the temples being foolish, I'm willing to put money on Lullaby being Boss Blue Warp at this point.
I think it actually is just go mode. Yeah. Which, I mean, at this point, then Synii has the lead just because of the Woodfall. I think.
Yeah,
I think otherwise they have similar owl placements, so yeah, this definitely is like a slight Synii lead race for him to lose, but...
Yeah, because otherwise you would be on a Mirror Shield Casino.
Yeah, also he has FD, which is gonna be really important. Yeah, definitely seems like the runners have hit go mode, but I guess we'll see. I think it'd be more interesting if they haven't, and then we've got to find Mirror because Boss Blue Warp is just healing.
Okay, so Synnii's gonna go on.
I was gonna say, which setting is the Well Fairies? Is that Butterflies? Butterflies and Well Fairies?
Must be.
Yes, okay. Is there a hint? Yeah, that's Seedbleed. There was a PFI WAF last night, at least, for the race that I did. I was a part of. What were you gonna say, Captain, before I interrupted you?
Admittedly, I lost my train of thought. Honestly, though, all things considering, we should be, I mean, again, assuming Boss Blue Warp is just in the right spot, we should be done with this seed fairly soon. Because we're going to be go-moding all four. This was an overworld seed, by the way. There was literally nothing in a dungeon.
Stepping in a dungeon is a waste of time. Although it kind of felt like out of place to route a dungeon in at any point with the hint knowledge that we had and the density provided before it.
It's very true.
Yeah. I will say I'm extremely disappointed, speaking of Pirate's Fortress, because now I don't get to hear bees.
You're right.
I'm very upset about that.
Me too.
Okay, I guess that just means have to do it another time.
But yeah, talk about, like, multiple areas just deleted from this seed. Like, almost the entirety of Great Bay was deleted. Almost the entirety of Swamp felt like it was deleted, outside of Road to Swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like a lot of places were deleted this seed.
Why did Synii check the bats there? I guess just trying not to leave that location in case Mirror Shield ends up being required. I don't know, I guess I'd be go-moding, but I don't quite know what I'm doing as well as he does. I trust the guy who's been playing Rando a lot more than I ever have.
Alright, well that's Elegy.
Yep.
Alright, Yosher is going to go ahead and grab New Wave here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the funny part. We're like almost 2 hours in. We're in like super close to go mode, and we don't even know if dungeon entrance randomizer or boss room shuffle is on.
Yep.
Not that it would matter at this point anyway, but...
Yeah. I just haven't had the chance to see it. Lullaby can be on Oath, yeah. That would mean go mode.
Yeah, that's what we're leaning towards because Snowhead Temple was hinted fully foolish.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's the entrance window.
Me and my big mouth.
Yeah, we just never got to see it, so... Oh boy. I hope we see a boss room, too. I'm surprised to see Synii heading right side here. I was pretty sure he knew how to do left side. Actually, I'm positive. He was doing it at the start of the stream. Big key shuffle. Oh, there's so much we haven't seen. That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. At the very least, all that would do is delay the inevitable.
Yeah. Ditched ranch cows. Yeah, I unfortunately agree with that. I think you could make the argument he doesn't have FD, you could look for FD, but I mean, in his mind, FD could probably be in a ton of places.
So, that begs the question, was ECT just Wath for the ice arrows then?
Probably. I think at this point, right, if I'm in the runner's position, and part of the reason why I was confused why Synii was doing checks is like, I see Blast Blue Warp, if it ends up being Lullaby and Go mode, I just finish and ice arrows are Wath, boring. But then if I see healing, I would assume ice arrows are not Wath, and I go straight to Treasure Chest minigame expecting to see Mirror Shield to get Lullaby.
Oh yeah, so if big keys are off, or big keys, if it's big keysy, then yeah, ice arrows can't be the Wath. But if it's big keys in dungeons, then yeah, I think we discussed this earlier. There's one Great Fairy check in Great Bay, or not Great Fairy, but a Stray Fairy check in Great Bay Temple that needs that needs ice. or a Stray Fairy chest, I think is what it is. Because I think Chest Fairies is always on.
This jump is giving Synii a lot of trouble. Soaring out of it, yeah. I think it's a good thing, just like a personal opinion. I think it's a good thing for a racer to just like, you screw a trick up a number of times. I think it's good to just get out, do something else. I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I'm playing and I tilt too much on a trick, I'm like, I need to just not do it for a while. Route something else in. But now we see Yosher heading in. So yeah, I mean this lead for Synii pretty much just like, it didn't evaporate because of the FD difference, but Yosher has really kind of come alive in this. This is impressive. Really sucks that he didn't check the ranch cows, but like, I don't know if he had a reason to. Doubtful of the ice air a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still the right play for the runners to just kind of say it could be and just go for the dungeon go modes anyways. But yeah, Mirror Shield could literally just be sitting on treasure chest minigame, and they'll probably know that at this point. You don't know if these runners thinking about it. Okay, maybe they're not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that feels like one of those pieces of information that was, like, really early. And also, like, having to remember that Couple's Mask was hinted dead. Just, like, randomly. Oh, that's a good point about Yosher. Yeah, he has no reason to think anything about the ice arrows. He doesn't know the FD spot. He probably still thinks that FD could just be, like, upper Icona. And just, like, out of his way. Ooh, boy. That would definitely suck if Yosher starts clearing other checks. Totally reasonable then, but we will see.
Ooh, that's a major.
I just kind of assume these runners know everything, but I definitely don't know what they know and don't know.
Alright, GBT entrance is... well, we'll see it eventually.
Woodfall.
Alright. Nice ocean title deed in Snowhead Temple.
Snowhead looking different these days. Yeah, I'm definitely really interested to see what'll happen here. I'm with Fox though, the more that I'm thinking about it, I'm really doubtful about the ice arrows. I know very little by comparison, but... yeah.
And yeah, that's Big Keezy too, so...
Oh.
Gathered concern.
Yeah, I think this definitely feels like the go to treasure chest minigame. I'm like definitely starting to think this over. Did we forget anything that we got in ECT?
We got a razor sword, but that's about it. But that shouldn't have been in launching for anything. Oh yeah, Ball Shuffle.
You go in GBT to get to Woodfall to go fight Twin Mole. Fantastic.
Oh jeez, we got
Sound
Zora
check!
so late it could be sound check.
Oh my god! We'd been forgetting about sound check because we were just took forever to get all 3 transforms.
Which means of all the points in logic in this ECT Wath, it could actually be the last item in the chain after Zora.
I said sound check so long ago and I didn't mean it, game. I'm sorry.
Not calling this trash on purpose is supposed to be my job.
You can have it back. I'm not happy about what just happened.
Finally some... That's the kind of comedy I want to see here.
Yeah, considering this situation, it would be nice to see something fun ended off.
GFS accessible without the Keaton grass. I think so, because where was GFS? It was in Ranch, right?
Yeah, wasn't it right next to the...
Keg was on
FD?
Bank 2. Yeah, Keg was on Bank 2, so yeah, that was a Sphere 1... That was a Sphere 1 GF sword.
I don't think...
And Goron was...
FD or GFS.
Yeah, and Goron was... Garo was behind a Deku stick, on a butterfly. So that's your way into Icona. Hookshot was on a shop. So yeah, GF was free.
Our first remain.
Yeah, I think Garo was on the Terminafield butterfly, if I recall correctly.
ISTT execution coming in again. Yosher's on left side. Unless they went right side and were routing the whole time.
And Boss Blue Warp is indeed Lullaby.
Okay. So, somehow... Ice arrows were Wath. And that's go mode. Fox.
It's okay, Fox. I am just as confused.
Let's see.
Because it obviously can't be for keys.
Or
it's obviously not for Gibdomask because of the FD Anywhere thing. Unless
I guess it's just GBT. Maybe it's the levers room. The FD tricks in there aren't enabled or something. I don't know. Not the levers room. I don't know.
Ooh, don't like that chest.
D was in Ranch on a cow.
Okay, so Aldawa and Twin Mold switched rooms.
Refresh, my stream is freezing. Bulgaria music. I'm glad I caught that. Even though no boss was there to be killed. Wallet, Keg, Ranch Cow FD. Empty boss room, as per usual. I would start cheering for Princess of the Moon at this point, but scoops are on.
At the rate we're going, it might just be Vanilla Deku Princess after all this is said and done.
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen it. Fox, I was pretty sure that jump was in logic. That's kind of went with what you were saying this whole time. But I don't know.
So yeah, at this point, it's looking like Synii does have a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a huge lead, but it's definitely a lead.
It's like a significant advantage, especially with FD.
Yeah, Yosher is going to have to really play hard here to catch up. Synii also has plenty of time to make any mistakes if necessary. So yeah, this is looking pretty good for Synii at the moment.
Yeah, this is Synnii's race to lose. At this point, he would have to kind of have that ISTT execution loop over again, probably twice at this point, and not what happened to just Yosher is not what he needs.
Oh, and he's
Because
soaring
Yosher
out.
also has to do Graveyard, I believe, is technically not in Go mode.
Yeah, that's why he's soared out.
Yeah, that FD is like, no matter how much of a dungeon lead Synii has, that FD is just going to keep that lead pretty comfortable, because it's just so much clear speed in advance.
So yeah, we apparently, according to the mystery doc, we've just got confirmation: GBT or Icona access. FD FD is not considered for that. So
It's required for GBT completion and Icona access, because FD does not allow for that. So even though FD was available, it didn't add anything in that situation.
yeah, so it's ice to upright. It's ice to Icona to Gibdo. Oh, nice.
Spike.
Game trolling a little there, but Synii recovering pretty nicely.
Yeah, I couldn't remember all the tricks that were enabled for FD, because half of them just looked like things I had never done before. Yeah, just another seed where ice arrows are logically required, but you don't actually need them.
Yeah, so the things that FD give us is Straw Roof, Big Octo Skip, Pat to Snowhead and Pat to Snowhead Pillar, and Climbing Stone Tower. So those are the 5 things that FD gives us, but none of those include GBT or Icona access.
How similar are the Path to Snowhead jumps and the Iceless Icona FD Anywhere jumps and the GBT jump while we're at it? Because I know Fox was saying the GBT and the Icona jumps were pretty similar. I really don't know anything with FD Anywhere. Literally the same jump. Yeah. Huh.
Yosher, you are in danger.
Happy 2 hours. Alright. We've got Synii versus ChaoticYosher here for anyone tuning in. We are in Go mode. Synii is going for the clear, and Yosher is just behind by... Oh no. No. Is behind.
KO.
Yeah, thank you to Saberstorm for doing our restream today. Thank you to Pitch and Alley-Oops for doing our tracking today and keeping all those buttons pressed, because we would be lost a lot. And thank you to Captain for joining me here on comms.
No problem. Thank you for having me again, as always, folks. Don't get sliced by that axe again, please. We've established that hurts.
Any other races this weekend? Yeah, there were... I think there's one that's being restreamed tomorrow. I can't remember what time it's at, though. Yeah, there's a lot of other races happening. I don't know how many are getting restreamed, though.
Let's see. So Sunday, we've got a race at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. 5 a.m. Eastern Time, noon Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All great races. I might sign up for the 2 p.m. one if it's not already taken.
I probably would have signed up for one tomorrow if I wasn't busy.
Yes, 5 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, the advantage that Synnii's just been able to grow this whole time is showing. Has an entire stone tower of a lead. And is up a remain. And FD's just going to make that gap get larger and larger. Just so unfortunate for Yosher. I don't know if that necessarily would have saved kind of enough time for this to have been a close enough race, but yeah, I think just in their shoes, it makes perfect sense to not be looking at ranch cows. Just so unlucky. Found that so much later.
Yeah, and when it comes to how our runners routed everything too, because Yosher got ice arrows a lot later, but also didn't need them either. I think what happened is Yosher made a lot more item-related mistakes, like trying to potion for the witch or not having Deku Mask for castle. Like those were the kind of mistakes that really cost Yosher a lot more time. Than routing. Palace was effectively deleted this seed too, save for the new wave.
Right. Yeah, I think both runners ended up clearing the items in Deku Palace, but there was a world where you might not have had to, and you could have just gotten a new wave. I think it was actually in Yosher's position where he could have just skipped everything if he hadn't done that out of logic earlier, which would have, instead of losing him time to Synii, would have probably gained him some. But yeah, there were definitely kind of just like those different item mistakes that added to some of that time.
Nice hook
shot. Yeah, it was kind of a poopy ECT Moth in the end. Just ice arrows for being ice arrows and Icona and GBT things. Good old ice arrows.
Oh, Yosher has... Oh, it's double timing.
Yeah. It looks like Sinii's already on final night, so... Oh! Got blocked. Just clearing out the rest of the GBT here, and it sure looks like he's about done with his double times. So then, yeah, after this, Synii will head to Woodfall, which will be ISDT.
Yeah, at the very least, like, the saving grace here is that, for this, if nothing else, it was Keezy.
Yeah. Definitely helped out in the end. Giving them a much cleaner kind of go mode run through this.
FD a little too strong here.
He is the big man. Definitely can't wait to see a long quest seed though. I will be biding my time. All that talk of eggs and frog choir and then nothing. Unfortunate.
Yeah. It is. I say it's only a matter of time. I mean, yeah. we had a crazy. I remember we kicked off, or we wrapped up Mystery Season 1 on a pretty high note.
I wasn't around much for Mystery Season 1, so I can't attest, but I have heard things, and it was pretty crazy.
Fish? Okay.
D can make that jump, that's awesome.
So yeah, the seed was pretty much buy your early game stuff. rush north so you can get Letter to Kafei, because that was super early, because we had Bow to start and Blast Mask was early. Lens was also pretty nice on Dodongos. So that was Letter to Kafei for Deku. Then just go to Icona, do Castle Pillar and Well, and get everything else.
Yeah, and the Garo Mask in Milk Road was pretty friendly. I believe it was in the Key Grass to just get you up Icona.
It was on a butterfly.
Oh, okay.
It was on the Termina Field butterflies.
That's right, yeah. Just
But
one of those that in every case someone will get it, probably.
But yeah, like, had this been a spoiler race, this seed would have actually been, like, super fast. Because, it was deleted dungeons.
Yeah. Yeah, there would have been... Because you get fire arrows and hook at the same time.
Yeah.
A lot of the other items, like LTK and Deku, Lens, Garo weren't too out of the way.
Lights were hinted Wath.
Right.
In Path to Snowhead, so yeah, and that was... You just had to make a detour to purchase the Goron mask before going to Path to Snowhead. That's about it.
Yeah.
Or you could have gone Bank 2 and done Ranch Cows for FD. Take your pick.
Oh, yeah. He just jumps that. That's...
Big man.
Big man! That is quite easy. That's a lot easier than the Icona jumps that I saw for the first time yesterday. Yeah, and then we're getting an extra fast Yord kill here.
Alright, who's up for some fried salmon?
I suppose we all are, because it's free. Courtesy of Synii. In a second here. Alright. Go get down.
Although, personally, I'm having chicken for dinner tonight, but...
I think I also am. Pretty sure FD is already eligible as a Voth item.
That looks too low. Also, Octorok.
I think normally Giants and FD aren't Woth, but let's see. I mean, there's FD. Yeah, I remember someone telling me I think Mervo was telling me you could jump slash with FD as a logical way to hit Skull Kid, like Number Play is saying. If you have no other way to go through Poison Swamp to Swamp Spider House, like for example, if Goron and Zora ended up being there.
I think what I would love to see in a seed from the future is, because we haven't seen either, at least I haven't seen in the two races I've called, I would love to see hit spots and skulls both together.
Oh,
because
yeah,
that would turn
Spider House would just become insane.
Those would turn into like jackpot places.
Yeah.
And then be like our first race in Mystery where you have like a hit spot, Pirate's Fortress Interior, and it's hinted foolish because sure. Sure, game, turn on all the things, but make it pointless. Have it your way.
Saber, speaking of the Giants and FD Watt situation, you should watch the race that happened last night.
Yeah, Synnie's still having trouble with this inverted Stone Tower Temple skip.
Yeah.
I'm impressed Yosher made that work, but hey, I'm not complaining either. That Bombchu is about to make things miserable? Okay.
Okay. Is Synii just jump slashing too late still, like you were saying? Because that looked like it could have been earlier, too. Need more time to actually get the jump slash, like, extended length. Hopefully he figures it out on this one. But he'd have to mess this up for a long time for it to cost him.
Yeah, I think just gonna fire up the blast mask because he doesn't want this critter giving him a hand. Well, too bad it's gonna do it anyway.
Yeet. Yeah, I am surprised he didn't go for that earlier, but...
And this, chat, is what we call improvising.
Yeah, that's incredible. I still don't even know how to do the blast mask recoil. It just makes it look easy.
I know exactly how that feels too, because we had a race in the Metroid Prime 2 Randomizer tournament where there's a trick called Air Underwater, where you basically go into Morph Ball, the frame your camera crosses the water, and that lets you do fancy stuff. And I was struggling to do it in a race. I go to the save station, and then I jump from a large height into the water, and then I just get Air Underwater first try after that. It's like, sure, gamer moment. we'll just go with that. It was like, yeah, I was telling my cross-game cup partner, hey, I'm having trouble with this Air Underwater. Oh, never mind, I got it.
I feel like that makes sense, though. I mean, sometimes when I'm doing, like, certain fights or tricks and randomizers, and I'm sitting there, like, thinking it all out and trying to do it perfect, I screw it up, and then I go YOLO something else that's harder just for fun. I just kind of get it because I'm less worried about it.
All right, just like that, Synii has...
Fish 8.
Synii is down to... That is Synnii's last remain.
Yep, we'll be seeing Majora soon, while we're jamming out to Mulgera. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Plandoed. Yosher has had some great music, and wow. Only we got that Mirror Shield, we'd have close to a fully lit up tracker.
Yeah, well now I know healing is on Egos. How did Yosher not just get eaten?
No, I don't know.
Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but...
Right, but it was pretty incredible that it didn't happen. Somehow.
Missed opportunity for potential Deku Princess to the moon, but that's okay. Yeah, all things considering, this is actually a fairly fast seed for what's turned on.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be, what, like a 218, 19 finish?
Sub 220 at least.
Yeah. I'm just not saying the word because I have one restream and I have a bad history already.
Alright, he's just gonna get some magic. So yeah, Yosher's time of day is unfortunately actually not brilliant, still having to do 2 dungeons with only 5 hours on the clock. Honestly, I would not be too amiss to inverting here.
Yeah, I don't quite know how fast his like dungeon executions are, or how confident he is, but this is me, I invert right away. Noticing that I'm in final hours and I've got 2 left. But has GBT down at least. And yeah, we are getting the Majora kill on Synnii's side.
Yeah, and with FD, this is a cakewalk.
Yep.
Not the best defensive setup for the whole seed. I mean, we ended up with, like, we got 1 free heart container in Milk Road and a few heart pieces, but otherwise not a whole lot else.
Yeah, we ended up having not too much for health this seed and no double D, but having so much offense, it seems like the run, and not too many like random fights that could have been difficult. Getting FD before dungeons for Synii and
Yeah.
DFS.
Yeah, and somehow, after all of this, it's still FD before remains. Why does this keep happening?
Yeah, like a 30-minute go mode because of having 4 dungeons, FD before remains, but it was at like or an hour 40.
Yeah, I think that's the other reason why this seed is particularly on the fast side, is just that the lack of required dungeons.
And big man, GG Synii.
And with that, Synii will be taking first with a time of 2:18:49.
And GG's. Yeah, definitely, even with the mistakes that we were kind of noting that Yosher kind of made, it really feels like both runners played pretty well given what they had.
Indeed. Yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think there was anything particularly crazy about any major issues with routing. I think in Yosher's case, I think just a few too many item-related mistakes.
Yeah, I think it's just that and Deku Palace out of logic, and that's like really it. But those were like minor enough to be important, and then obviously just not getting FD in a situation where like, why would you?
Now, we are going to have both runners in for an interview. Yosher is going to be finishing, but is on a delay, so I think we have somebody here.
Hello, it's me.
GG Synii, congratulations.
How did you feel about that,
dude? Right side skip. That took forever to get.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never done it with Blast Mask, and just after like failing like the jump slash so many times, I just said screw it. We're just gonna wing it. I don't know how to do this.
That was a pretty incredible YOLO. You made it look like you'd done it 1,000 times. The fact that you just told me that you'd never done that before.
I've never done that before.
Okay.
I did not know what the visual cue was.
Captain, I guess it's just like you were talking about, just had a gamer moment.
Yeah. I guess. But yeah, I could not get the jump slash to work. I don't know why.
Yeah, Fox was saying it was a jump slash late. You were jump slashing too late. I've never done the trick, so I don't know personally.
And it
but
failed too.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening.
So, between the two of you, both of you ended up routing fairly well over the course of the seed. You ended up getting ice a lot earlier, but in Yosher's case, he ended up not needing ice for quite some time, so it didn't make that much of a difference. Yosher made a lot of item-related mistakes, like trying to go get Gibdomask without Deku.
Oh no.
So that cost some time. I think you both ended up detouring to Ranch for Storm, so that there was no difference there.
At least I got Fierce Deity off the cow. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was what saved you a lot more time, actually. Because you were the only one to pick up FD. Yosher bailed out after getting Storms.
At the point Yosher was at, Yosher had no reason to check items anymore. It really was just kind of doing Ranch to like check the songs. So it just kind of sucked.
In my view, like Mirror Shield, like that could lead to a Waltz song on the King.
Yeah.
I'd stick around and do Ranch, and then
We
go over to check Castle.
Yeah, we ultimately concluded that it turns out Ice was just Waft because whoop-de-doo Icona access. Thanks game.
Fierce Deity?
No,
we were thinking that the whole time. So we were sitting there wondering if Mirror Shield's just gonna pop up on chess minigame or sound check, but then it looks like FD for Icona access and for GBT clear, it's just not the logic. It's just ice arrows like it is in standard, which was like,
oh,
okay.
I was thinking FD was in logic to get up the upper Icona.
Yeah, we kind of thought once you saw that FD, you were gonna assume something with mirror and ECT and then kind of be able to figure it out from there. But yeah, then we saw the lullaby on Boss Blue Warp, and it's like, you're in go mode, you know that, but why? But yeah, you can definitely read through chat or ask somebody about it. But yeah, Seems like it just wasn't the logic for
There
whatever
was
reason.
there was very, very little logical complexity in this one. Like, a lot of settings were turned on, but just everything was in the overworld. Like, before you even...
Or dungeon go mode.
Yeah, it was an all dungeon go mode, and like literally before you even got to Icona, you had easy ice arrows because Letter to Mama was nice and early. You had fire, hook, and you had fire and hook right off the bat. You started with bow. Blast Mask was free. Wallets were free. You ended up getting giants in the pillar soil, which Yosher did not get, but Bank 3 was... we didn't need that.
Giant's mask?
A Giant's wallet.
Oh, wallet. Okay.
So yeah, like, by that point, it was literally just get Gibdo, go to well, get literally everything else you need, and then that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
So this was a very logically simple seed by comparison to how many settings were turned on.
Yeah, and I guess, like, Deku Mask... it was... No, Lair de Kafei was in, like, the Lens Cave.
It was in Lens Cave, and... Was it Bomb? You had Blast Masks, so...
Oh, yeah, I did. So, never mind.
That was fine.
Yeah, I guess you could have gotten Deku really early, which I didn't do.
Neither of you did. Both of you, I think, got it after at least one run of Postman's Freedom. So, Synii, I don't think you saw this.
Oh, yeah.
Madame Aroma 2 was All Knight's Mask.
I got the All Night Mask.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but I never did that. I never did those checks.
Yeah, so
it was
Yosher...
a really funny position for Yosher, though, because Yosher had gotten it before seeing the ice arrows and just had to sit there and think, like, do I keep this?
Yeah, it was a really awkward, is it a double East Clocktown way of the hero for that, or what do you do? And that was pretty spicy. But yeah, other than that, this seed was like much less complex than I'm used to. Certainly, if this were a spoiler race, we'd probably be looking at a 90-minute seed here.
Yeah, like with the routing I did at first, I was
Whoops.
thinking, like, is there any settings enabled? Like, everything looked disabled.
It
Get to the
was...
field, then hey, there's like fairies.
I just closed
Stop
Jocelyn.
Sandy.
I think we had 6 settings in the end. There was
Yeah,
butterflies,
we had
little shops.
butterflies, full shop,
Butterflies.
scoops, all Keaton grass, cows, and soils.
Scoops.
Yeah, scoops didn't end up being too much of a big deal, save for looking for a mushroom, which was on the fish.
Wait,
For the Chateau bottle. Yeah, because
we need the spring water to get the Zora mask.
yes, but
don't know
water
if we
was
need
vanilla. We didn't need mushroom. It's that mushroom yielded a Chateau bottle for Yosher in the witch's hide, and that
that's
crap,
right.
the scoop for mushroom was fish.
Yeah, I forgot about Scoop Sandy when going to the well, so just kind of hope that that spring water is vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, you were very lucky.
Yeah, got a bit lucky there.
Would have been a little
Make
more
sure I
hilarious if spring water was Deku Princess, but
Yeah. I guess I could have gotten the big Poe and turned that into spring water if needed.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
could have gotten that from Grave and turned that into spring water.
Yeah, because that was hinted pretty early.
Yeah, and I had no idea where Mask of Sense was.
we don't either.
And yeah, actually, I also had to not accidentally grab the fish and have my bottle taken up by a mushroom for the rest of the cycle. That would have been bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could have just sold it off. I didn't even think to do that.
Yeah, but either way, it was pretty incredible how, like, scoops just kind of didn't end up mattering.
Yeah.
Shoutouts, by the way, to almost the entirety of the North being hinted, except for Goron Village. You literally had Pat to Snowhead Way of the Hero, you had a Snowhead Temple Foolish, Twin Islands Foolish, and Mountain Village Foolish. Only Goron Village was not hinted in the North.
And Goron Village is required in the end for...
Yeah, nearly entire north. The entire north is dead.
And
GG, Chaotic Yosher.
GG's Yosher.
So between the two of you, There was actually not much in the way of routing. There were a couple things, but you both ended up getting relatively close to your go mode at about the same time. One thing that gave Synii a lot more of an advantage is he went out of his way in Ranch to grab FD, which was in Day 1 Ranch. It was on one of the cows.
Okay, yeah, that would make a big difference.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate for you because at that point you had no reason to check items like at all.
No.
So it was just like you were never gonna get it, but it just really sucked. Just sitting there hoping you would just magically get it.
I was
Mirrors in a funny.
very impressed with the castle one. I was not expecting it to be that way at all.
Yeah, that was definitely a funny one.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense since like the well's kind of loaded with butterfly fairies on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were saying earlier that the seed's logical complexity was like very little compared to what we expected, given how many settings were turned on. It was literally just buy all your opening stuff, go grab Goron mask with your butterfly Garrow mask in tow, and then go grab letter to Kafei, go get Deku, route in letter to Mama for ice arrows along the way. And then just go get Gibdo Mask and then get everything else you need and Cetus Frius.
Yeah, no dungeons.
Surprisingly, yeah. And that was with Dungeon ER and Boss Room Shuffle.
Yeah, that surprised me. I was not expecting Dungeon ER to be on.
It was really funny that it only showed up in Go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It made it really awkward to figure out like how I'm going to route my dungeon order.
Yeah. It's like, oh, time of day, well, I don't know where anything is now, so
I was expecting to go mode through Woodfall to figure out what the song is, but then I walk in the Stone Tower, then I failed right side skip forever,
Yeah, that's
and then I
right.
decided, screw it, I'll come back later. Maybe preferably with the bomb bag, and I never found one.
Yosher, you found the bomb bag. Where was that? It was on a soil. Or no, it wasn't. That was Wallet. That was Giant's Wallet. That was on a soil. I'm thinking something else.
Found it in some place that was a lot of other things. I think maybe a Keaton grass.
It might have been a Keaton Grass, yeah.
it was.
Oh no, it was Grandma Story.
Stories.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why I don't have bomb bag.
Shoutouts by the way to the like double major items on Letter to Mama.
Yeah.
That was very funny.
I thought I was going to save Scum, and I was very wrong.
Yeah, it definitely ended up not being that much of like a Monk-esque situation for you, but at first when we saw the All Knight's mask, we were just like, oh no. And this was like very clear you were not gonna like scum that away, which was definitely, I think, a smart play.
It worked out.
Right. Just kind of scary and like, oh no.
Y'all are gonna love this, by the way. Mirror Shield is foolish. It's in Mountain Village springtime on a butterfly.
Oh.
Okay.
That's disgusting. We were talking about that check earlier and how bad it was. Of course, it was foolish the minute we saw the village.
Yeah, and just butterfly fairies. Sometimes they don't wanna follow the stick.
Yeah, it's especially hard, I noticed, for both of you in Bean Daddy Grotto, because the butterfly starts so high up.
Yeah,
I had to leave and re-enter.
Usually doesn't give me trouble, and it's just the past 2 or 3 seeds. It's been giving me trouble, and it's like, it's always how it is.
Well,
Funny
that's...
thing that happened when I was doing my all night and doing my grandma stories. I skipped in reservation the second time. I usually skip it the first time, but I absolutely intended to set up Kafei and for midnight meeting rather. And then
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
definitely
well, we're
wondering
here,
that.
I guess. Guess we're not doing that.
And so that was the blast mask, right? Was the in reservation?
Oh.
Was it?
I think
Oh yeah,
so.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think
so that's
so.
that's the
was
explosive that Yosher didn't get. And then the
Ah,
bomb bag on Grandma Stories was the one that you didn't get,
yeah,
Synii.
blast mass was my explosive.
Yeah, like there was a lot of
That's
flexibility in the seed as well. Although, Yosher, unfortunately, you had when you were trying to go get Gibdo Mask, you had tried to do so without Deku, so that also cost you a little bit of time.
I'm so glad I didn't get it, though. It would have been much worse to get all the way up top and realize I still need Deku.
Yeah, someone was saying, I think Cola was saying that you can legally get up on the fence with was it a damage boost? I think technically you can do it without Deku, but that looked
I
really
guess
hard.
either side would still be in bounds.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way.
It feels like it would be out of bounds.
That's
though.
what Fox was saying, but I don't know.
I guess if you're on the fence, then I think it'd be fine. But how are you gonna get a jump off that? That seems very thin.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
kind of
like
why
wings
either
might
way,
just
just
put
get
it down.
Deku.
Probably, because that doesn't need momentum.
Oh, maybe.
It's an easy
Oh,
side
side hop.
hop.
Okay,
know.
yeah, don't need momentum for that.
So now our group is tied for first, and well, no, it's first. We
Yeah,
can't
it's
say
tied.
last.
We're gonna have to do a tiebreaker.
Ooh. It's exciting.
Three-way tiebreaker.
Yep.
Who's the tie between them?
Us and Green Cola.
Nice. That'll be a lot of fun. Are tiebreakers still usually the three-way head-to-head?
I'd assume we're all
Same
racing at the
time.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, since we're all gonna be... Yeah, we're all gonna be 1-1 against each other. Well,
That'd be a
2-1
lot of fun.
overall.
2-1 technically, yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 technically.
All right, well, other than all that, I've got nothing else to add. G, did Kyle, anything else you want to add?
I think that's about it from me. I thought it was really well played from both of you, and I thought it was just like some like couple of thinned out mistakes, and then just like not getting FD when you would never have gotten FD just cost Yosher a lot of time. But it's like I thought it was pretty well played in the seed that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I screwed up voting GBT with Fierce Deity. Like I didn't think things through when I did like the valve skip. Kind of got myself trapped at the bottom.
I tried to do the FD go mode GBT and I mess it up some way every time, and it's a new way.
Yeah. I had to figure out how to fix this. Yeah, I probably need to practice go moding with Fierce Deity. That was not good on my part.
FD opens up a lot of cool stuff to do, but there's a lot, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of logical complexity to it that I'm still not up to par with.
Yeah, at least you gotta skip the seesaw section. Skip that part of the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, with that all said, I think we're all set here. So, Saber, feel free to take us away.
All right. Another good race, guys. GG's. So, looking at the schedule for what's up next, I think the next thing on ZSR that will be restreamed is a Skyward Sword Randomizer Season 3 race at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. For Majora's Mask, I just sent off SDG Sean and Bucky for their Mystery Season 2 race that's not being restreamed, but you could watch it on either of their streams if you wish. The next one we have ready to restream will be tomorrow at noon Eastern Time between the one and only Booger Cloud and Ukertofi. I think that's the next restream we're going to do. But with that, I'm going to send us off, and I think I'm going to send us over to go watch Muervo do some MMR. Alright. Bye, guys.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.